viewers, and welcome back to Bullet Wanderer. Today we're not in Kilkenny or Tramore or Waterford or anywhere I've been before. We're out on the Dingle Peninsula on the very west of Ireland in County Kerry. Today we're going to be tackling Connor Pass, which is up those mountains, and once you get through the other side you come into Dingle, and there's some beautiful views on the way, and we've got some pretty nice weather today, so hopefully we might see Skellig Michael, where Star Wars took place, and I'll try and point out a few things to you as I understand them. But it's going to be a nice ride up the mountains. I think it's an elevation of 500 feet or something, or meters. I'm not good at metric or imperial, so it could be one or the other, but for now, with my big red head and this green jacket, some bees are thinking that I'm a tasty flower and approaching me, so I think let's get on the road and go up the mountain and have a good time. Also, while we're here, check it out, past 9,000 miles on the way down. Now, Cade on Gaeltacht, Achin a bhí bháile isteach an Gaeltacht, bhín ag caint as Gaeilge. Agus tá cúpla areas in Éireann leis an anam an Gaeltacht. That is, of course, Irish for you. Now, I haven't practiced in years, but gave it a shot. But let me tell you, on Gaeltacht, those are areas where people predominantly speak Irish, and they're kind of dying out, as they have been since the Irish language has been dying out, but you'll mainly get sort of older people that speak fluent Irish and only bits of English nowadays. Most of the young people would speak Irish and English, but mainly they're along the west of Ireland. The west coast, with a few scattered spots in the centre. A lot of them are in the Connemara sort of area. Max weight 2 tons. Now, I know we've all had a bit more to eat than usual and a bit less activity than usual in the lockdown, but I think our little Bullet and myself will be okay under that 2-ton limit. Yeah, point of no return. Let's go for it. I think we've managed to get a really nice day for it. Yesterday it was quite misty that we went up a little in the mountains and you couldn't see anything. Today, well, I'm not going to be looking left and right, but I'm going to point the camera that way and we can enjoy it together afterwards. I don't want to get too close to the edge, you know. You'll notice a lot of sheep on the mountains here, and they'll notice me too. We'll probably be stopping beside some, but these sheep are only taken in twice a year for a count. Other than that, they're let to live on the mountains by themselves peacefully. Some people cycle through here. Fair play to them. I think you can see up ahead the road we will be taking. It's about to get real narrow. Up that way, over that little ridge, is a little quarry. Not the kind you'd put on your chips, which is Kerry, but a sort of little lake that's been carved out by a glacier and left behind. But here's where the real fun begins. The second point of no return. You'll see these things, 125 meters. It means this is your last stop to pull in for 125 meters. We'll probably be okay on the bike, and we will pull into them if we have to, but it's good to keep them in mind if you're in a car going up this way. So otherwise you'd have to reverse 125 meters, or hope the other guy is kind enough to you to let you pass him. Now, as it's Father's Day yesterday, I'm going to have to stop up at the peak here and take a picture to send to my father to make him jealous. Yesterday we were in clouds at this point, so all you could see was two little headlights coming the other way. If you look down there, you can see some stone remains, which would have been of old farms and houses back in probably the famine era. And that's all that's left of them. But yeah, you need your wits about you so that you don't get into trouble here. I mean, it's no Himalayas or anything like that, but it is the highest elevation this little bullet has wandered. About halfway through now, and I am really feeling the wind. Gosh. Now, if you've heard of the Wild Atlantic Way, which you might have, that car park right there is the highest point of the Wild Atlantic Way. The top of the Connor Pass on Connor. The Wild Atlantic Way is this wild sort of way that's along the Atlantic coast of Ireland that stretches from the very south at Mizzen Head Point, all the way north up to Donegal and to the highest point there, which is very high and very north. But we're at the very southwest of it. And I hope you enjoyed the views there if I included them. That town there is Dingle, which holds the world's most expensive animation festival, but I'm not here to rant and rave at you about that, you can buy me a pint and I'll rant and rave at you about that all night long if you ask me to. But across the bay, the other way, you can apparently see the Aran Islands off the coast of Galway if it's a clear day. Now this isn't the clearest day, but we've got a pretty good clear day, to be fair. Dingle is a lovely town. We were there for my first time just the day before yesterday, and I thought it was going to be a lot smaller than it was, but it's a medium-sized town, seaside town, plenty of fish and chips around. Definitely worth taking this way to get in. There's another way in, but nah. If you're on your motorbike or even in your car, go this way. You'll have a wonderful time if you're not the one who's driving in the mist. It's very alpine, and that's because the glacial sheets moved off of here 20,000 years ago and left behind in the same way these valleys, just like the Alps. I was reading online about the Connor Pass before I took it, just in case there's any things that I was supposed to know, and it was comparing coming down this way on motorbike to landing an airplane more than driving on the road. And I mean, maybe it's a little what would you call it, a little stretching the truth, but making it dramatic and sensational. But to be honest, this is a lot of fun, and there is a lot of wind. Now over there, those mountains, we were kayaking yesterday, and the kayak man said that, I'm not sure if it's that one, no, it's definitely not that one, but yesterday was a clearer day and you could see further on, and Carrauntoohil was apparently just in the view on the horizon. And Carrauntoohil, of course, is Ireland's highest mountain, with a mountain range that's higher than, with a height that's higher than other mountain heights in Ireland. So there's a lot to do here if you were to come down here for, we're only here for a couple of days, but if you were to come down here for like a week, you'd have plenty to keep yourself occupied with. And aren't we very blessed today that it's just me, you and Daisy the Bullet too, to just enjoy this road. Fantastic end of the world.
honestly, if you're in Ireland, don't go to Dublin or somewhere. Come down here and just have a really good time. I believe one of the guys that comments on my channel, Reggie the Rural Rider, he says next year, or this year, he's bringing his Royal Enfield Himalayan down here, and I hope that goes well. This is perfect roads for it. Maybe get a bit of off-roading into if you're adventurous enough. But for now, here we are on the other side of the Connor Pass, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Right now I'm going to head into Dingle and have a little look around, and then in the next video, for me today, for you presumably not the same day, we're going to be going over to Slayhead and to Dunmorehead, which is in fact the westernmost point in Ireland, and depending on what kind of way you read your map or define it, the westernmost point of Europe. And if it's a clear enough day by then, maybe we'll be able to see all the way across the pond to the Americas. But for now, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.